I get it. You guys aren't e-commerce platform experts, and you shouldn't be. It's your job to be an expert in whatever your business does. Choosing an e-commerce platform is a big decision. You're going to invest your hard-earned money and build your business on this thing, and it's going to define your business online for the next several years. That's a lot of pressure. I'm going to try and simplify it for you. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons to choose Magento over Shopify. Pull yourself up a chair and let's talk about it. Choosing an e-commerce platform can be a subtle, nuanced process. It often comes down to the smallest difference or feature that makes one direction better than another. There's no way we can go through everything in a single video. This video is not a feature comparison. It's more of 5 big things that you can look for that, if they apply to your business, can make your decision a lot easier. With that in mind, it really applies to Shopify, Shopify Plus, Magento Open Source, or Magento Commerce. This particular video outlines 5 reasons Magento might be better for you than Shopify, but it's one in a series of platform comparisons. I'm going to give you 5 reasons to choose Shopify as well, and I'll link you to that video at the end of this one. No one is unbiased. Anybody who tells you they're unbiased is just lying to you. I have my favorite platforms. We're Magento partners. Don't do so much with Shopify. However, I'm not going to steer you wrong either. I want you to end up on the platform that is 100% best for you and your business. Now, these are in no particular order, so let's just get into it. And the first reason to choose Magento over Shopify is if you're in a controversial or high-risk industry. If you're in an industry where laws or public sentiment is constantly evolving, the open source nature and flexibility of Magento is going to give you stability that you can never have on Shopify. Shopify has a history of allowing businesses to invest and build on their platform, only to change their mind and give them weeks to find and migrate to another option. You don't want that kind of worry and risk. You need to be thinking long term, and that risk is a constant distraction and is not healthy for your business. If you're in a controversial or high-risk industry like firearm or vape products, then the flexibility that Magento provides, like being able to move to a different host or select a new payment provider, means that someone can't just tell you no. Basically, you have options, and there's not just one provider that can completely shut you down. The next reason to choose Magento over Shopify is control. Sometimes you really need control, and other times you really just want control. If you're in heavily regulated industries like pharmaceuticals, it may be absolutely necessary for you to have full control over your technology stack. Perhaps there's certain technologies you want to use like AWS or Azure, or you have your own system administrators and want full control over your hosting stack. That makes Magento a no-brainer versus Shopify. I also often talk to merchants that just don't like or trust SaaS platforms. I don't really know where this deep-seated hate comes from. They just don't care for the business model at all. Regardless of any benefit, just not a fan. If you're one of these people, then I'm not really sure why you're watching this video. You've already made your decision. But I appreciate your support, and thanks for watching, I guess. The next reason to choose Magento over Shopify is B2B. B2B e-commerce is a whole different animal than B2C. Negotiated pricing, quotes, corporate accounts are all things that are bare minimum to meet customer demands. The flexibility of Magento also allows you to craft custom user experiences specific to your industry and products if you really want to do B2B right. Magento also has the flexibility needed to handle the most complex data needs. You can tie it into whatever poorly thought out and archaic back office systems you may have cobbled together over the last 20 years. And the next reason to choose Magento over Shopify is flexibility and scalability. Most e-commerce platforms are designed to provide middle-of-the-road functionality that appeals to a large collection of merchants. In some cases, that may not provide everything you need to execute on your e-commerce vision. If you're going to step outside of the norm and build something extremely custom, then you have more options with the flexibility that comes with the open source nature of the Magento platform. As far as scalability goes, you can build an empire on Magento. Now, before we get into this, I know someone is going to bring up some merchant like Kylie Cosmetics, which is Shopify's shining example of scale on the platform. What I'm talking about in this section is not about pure sales. Kylie Cosmetics is a unicorn and is not representative of your business. It has scale without complexity. They're doing hundreds of millions of dollars online with like 4 employees. Now, that may be what you wish your business was like, but it ain't you. You figure out how to replicate that without involving one of my family members in a sex tape or ass implants, and you make the videos and I'll watch and learn. And for that kind of money, I'd probably compromise on the ass implants. What I'm talking about is the complexity of scale and providing a unified e-commerce experience across that business. Do you have a chain of physical stores and need to integrate your website's order management and inventory across these locations? As in, your customers can see the inventory in their local store, order it, pick it up this afternoon? Magento can do that. Do you have 5 or 10 international brands that all need e-commerce experience that are optimized for multiple languages and fully integrated with your back office systems? Magento can do that on one installation. If your goals are world domination or your business has a lot of complexity, then Magento is an obvious choice. And the next reason to choose Magento over Shopify is innovation. If you want to be ahead of the curve of technology or user experiences, then you're going to need the flexibility that an open source platform provides. A big example right now, progressive web apps and headless e-commerce. There are ways to build a PWA on Shopify. However, unless your needs are basic, you'll eventually run into some feature that needs to be customized or custom built. Depending on what it is, if you're on a SaaS platform like Shopify, then you may not have the ability to do that customization. So if your desire is to be an innovator, then open source is going to be better for you than SaaS, so Magento is going to win over Shopify. There are a ton of features that you need to consider to ultimately decide which platform is best for you. Hopefully, however, these 5 things, if they apply to you, make that call just a little bit easier. I'm going to also give you 5 reasons why Shopify might be better for you. Once that's ready, I'll pop it up on the screen here along with another video that might be of interest to you. If these big Magento selling points don't speak to you, then check that Shopify video out and see if that is a better fit for your business. If you've watched both and still aren't sure which is a right fit for you or are having trouble narrowing it down and just want to talk about it, then head over to jamerson.com, jamersan.com. Shoot me a message. We can schedule some time to discuss. Otherwise, let me know your thoughts in the comments of this video. It's also extremely helpful if you'd hit that thumbs up button. I appreciate you watching. If you're interested in staying up to date on the latest in enterprise e-commerce or taking your e-commerce skills to the next level, then consider hitting that subscribe button, tapping that notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.